Is fear holding you back? Is it stopping you going for that next job or that promotion? Is fear stopping you from doing what you really love? Is fear keeping you away from taking that leap? Or you are the one who's saying, I'm not ready yet, I will do it when I'm fully ready. But that time never comes. Is that you? Or if it sounds familiar, then keep watching. Namaste. Welcome to another video in the series of small, quick, but amazing results, where we are sharing with you lots of tools, techniques, methods, strategies, rituals, and tips to make those big changes in your life by making those small and practical steps, actions, and changes. Those of you who are new here, we are Feel the Bliss Now, a small team of husband and wife from England. I'm Gauri Shankar, and this is your small blissful family on YouTube. We are healers, alternative therapy practitioners, and life coaches, bringing the combined magic of Vedic and ancient science with the modern science, along with a lot of different modalities to help you achieve your goals. We combined the modern science with Vedic knowledge, keeping the faith and belief in place. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, then subscribe us now and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates and become part of this blissful family. We release videos every week to share techniques, methods, strategies, and insights on powerful and practically usable techniques to change your life for good and become blissful in the true meaning. If you have subscribed to our channel, then after watching this video, head to our homepage. We have shared a very important video over there. It's a bonus video to all our subscribers, our small blissful family, to share how you can achieve your goals, how you can make your dreams a reality. I have shared some steps you need to follow, and those steps will make it very easy for you to achieve any goal in your life. Those steps and that strategy is a universal fit for anybody to use. So go and watch it after finishing this video. If you really like this video, then it will really help us if you can give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and leave some comments below telling us what you think about it. So let's start. In this video, we are going to talk about a very common hurdle everybody faces in their life. It's called fear. Fear of something or someone always stops us from achieving our goals, always create hurdles in our journey. It actually stops us from taking that next step. In today's world, there are hundreds of fears, and I won't be wrong if I put them into two types. One is fear about ourselves or something internal, and two, fear about outside. That means about someone else or something else. These fears stop us from learning new things. These fears stop us from singing, dancing, or speaking in front of public. These fears stop us from taking part in those plays we want to play or going for audition. These fears stop us from taking that promotion or changing the job or starting a business or many things. And what do? Some of us don't even realize it's there. Some of us realize it and go and get help. And some of us realize it but don't take any steps. When we are not taking any steps, we are actually making excuses that I may not be ready yet, or this is not for me, or it's too big, or I can't do that. Some of the examples I remember: I can't possibly do that job. That's very big for me. Or I can't change job now. I'm too old. I can't learn new things. Or I can't start that business. I don't have experience. Now, I know some of them are actually true. You may not have the right experience, or it may be too much for you to do. But we all know that you're never too old to learn something new. And if you're a young or coming from a small background, it doesn't mean you can't do big jobs. So it's good and very important to find out whether this excuse is a real problem or is just a fear. Once you realized it's a fear, then you need to know what to do. So what do? You need to tell us in the comments so we know how you deal with the fears. What you do when you realize that you have a fear. You could be the one of those that go-getter ones who just take actions. You just go and face the fear and it goes away for you. Or you could be someone who actually stops because you don't know what to do. Or you could be someone who freeze when the fear occurs or fear triggers and then you don't know what to do. Sometimes it's hard to control it. Sometimes few of us really can't control it. It happens automatically. It's sometimes we find it tuned into our behavior and body that something happens, a trigger happens, and we got frozen, or we can't do anything, or we just go into anxiety mode, or it becomes a phobia for us, or it becomes a very, very bad experience for us, and we don't know what to do. So how to get rid of this fear? Let's find out. I'm going to share a technique with you which you can use to get rid of any type of fear you have. Any kind of fear. Let's find out what this technique is. Now, before I start sharing the technique with you, I just want to share something about fear. Fear is a very, very good and important teacher. It teaches us so many things. When it comes to us, we find ourselves without any guards. So it teaches us how to prepare for a change. It teaches us that you need to be a fearless person because I'm going to keep coming to you. Unless you turn back and tell me I don't want you, or you prepare yourself and fight with me, I'm not going to let you go. So it's very important to understand your fears, and it's very important to acknowledge them. Today, in this video, I'm going to share one NLP technique you can use. It's very simple and it's very easy to do it. And you can use it for any kind of fear you got, whether it's a new fear or very old fear. You can use this technique and get rid of that fear and move forward in your life. So what do you need to do? You need to watch this video till the very end very carefully. Once you're finished watching it, replay it. This time you need to understand the technique, the steps, and the key points I'm talking about. There is actually one bonus point in the end. You need to understand that as well. That will actually become very important for you for some of the fears. Third round, you need to play the video again, but this time I want you to do it on yourself. Implement the technique on yourself. Let the video play and you need to do that exercise. And I'm sure your fear will disappear. Now, before we start all this exercise and technique things, there is a disclaimer I want you to read. It's coming up on the screen. Read it carefully. It's very important. Thank you for reading it. So let's find out what this technique is and what you need to do. Now, there are a few important things you need to know. This technique can be used on one fear only. So you take one fear at a time, work on it, and then once it's gone, pick another fear and use this technique again. Also, sometimes few of the fears are very ingrained in it. They are in our mind, very deep down. They're in our hearts, in bodies, in our neurons. And it takes quite a lot of time and efforts for those fears to come out and go away. What you need to do is you need to keep doing this practice until they completely go away. This technique actually works like peeling off an onion. You take the top layer out, then work on the inner layers, then you take another skin out or another layer out, and then you work on it. Keep peeling it off until you reach to the middle part, which is the actual fear. and then vanish them away. So let's start. Now remember, in this technique, all I want from you is that you need to stay focused, you need to stay undisturbed. Now remember, don't do this technique when you're walking. Don't do this technique when you're standing. Don't do this technique when you're using any machinery or doing any kind of work. You need to sit down relaxed. You need to be just in that mode, in that zone to do it. So sit down and relax. Now take one glass of water and keep it next to you. It shouldn't be too far, so you don't have to just stretch to get it. Okay? And I want you to keep one pen and one paper on the other side of you. You can sit down on a chair or on a sofa, or you can sit down on bed, whichever you find easy to do it. But sit down and keep these two things with you. Now take one deep breath. You need to fill your tummy and fill your chest. Let it expand a little bit. And once it's full, then you need to exhale from your mouth. Now do it one more time. One more deep breath. You need to make sure you're not stressing yourself. You need to relax yourself in the process of doing these deep breathings. Now take the third deep breath. Now I want you to pick one fear you want to work on. If you got many fears to work on, pick the one which is bothering you the most. Next step, what you need to do is now think about a time when you encountered this fear. If it's a very recent, then that's good because the memory is very fresh. You need to think about that incident when this fear occurred. You need to go back to the time before that fear part where the triggers happened. You need to understand what triggers were there. What did you hear? What did you feel? What did you see? Or what you felt by touch or by smell or by a sound or somebody's act? What was that trigger? Then you need to very clearly see that. Now, when I'm saying it, see that, that means I'm keeping my eyes open, but I can literally see that like a movie. You need to see that. You need to see what exactly happened, how it happened, what emotions you felt in your body. Did your body felt cold, hot, normal, some pain anywhere in the body, or some stiffness, anything, whatever you felt? You need to replay that whole scene in front of you. From the beginning, before the triggers happened, till the point where you got really fearful, and till the very end when the fear went away and you are actually safe. You don't have that fear anymore. Till that point you need to watch the full movie, like the movie you see. You need to watch that fully, relive that incident again. Now I want you to take deep breath again. You may not be able to take the deep breath, but you must take a deep breath now. Do it 3 times. So do it one more time with me. Now pick up that glass which you got next to you and take few sips. Now pick up the pen and paper you have on the other side and write down a number from 1 to 10, how intense that fear was, how much you felt it. You felt it 10 out of 10, very, very frightened, or you had 8 or 7 or 6, whatever number was that. Be honest and write it down. And now put it back. Now, what I want you to do is imagine yourself sitting in that chair and you have a very big screen in front of you. Now, it's like 52-inch television. Now, it's in front of you and you're sitting on your sofa where you're sitting right now. And now I want you to run that movie, which you just saw, on that screen in black and white, not in color, in black and white. Now, what you need to do is you need to keep your chin a little higher. So TV is not in front of you, is little higher. Not too high. You don't want to create yourself discomfort. So stay comfortable. That's the key point. Keep the screen a little higher and watch the movie again. Now you are watching from outside that movie, which is the incident you relived just moments ago. Now you are also in that movie acting, or you are also in that movie experiencing it. But now you're also watching sitting on your chair. So watch that movie happening in black and white as it happened. Now watch it until the very end scene where you are safe. And now you pause. Now what I want you to do is imagine yourself getting into that movie again. So you are going into that movie. Imagine you are in the movie now. And now what I want you to do is rewind the whole movie. Rewind the whole movie from that scene to the very first beginning scene. But you need to do it very fast. 16 times, 32 times faster. Just rewind it. Zzz, reach to the first point. Now you need to come out of that movie again. Okay? And now this time I want you to do is fast forward that movie. Again, pause on the last scene where you were safe. Now get back into that movie again. Go to the last scene. And this time I want you to rewind the movie so fast that the whole movie, which is the whole incident, finishes in 2 seconds or less. So good. Now come back to your chair and just relax. You can take another sip of water, or you can do another deep breath exercise. Final stage. What you need to do now is think about a future scenario. A scenario where you think this may happen again. You need to think it very clearly. Same triggers which happened in this incident you just saw. Same triggers are coming up again in future, next day, or a week later, or a month later, or a year later, whenever you can think of. Think of a scenario and see what is happening. Think about it. Feel, hear those sounds, feel those sensations, smell those things, whatever you're smelling in the last scene, and try to see that this incident is happening again in future. And how are you feeling now? You need to think about all your feelings in the same way, but notice how they are feeling now. I'm sure you will say, they're not that intense. Or you may say, I don't really feel anything. Or you may say, I think there is something little bit I can feel, but not much. What you need to do is pick up the pen and paper again, write down the score again. Check the score. If it's 0, then bravo, you did it. That fear is gone. You're free now. Or if that score is between 1 and 5, then do those exercises again. The same whole procedure, do it one more time. You can do it now, immediately, or you can do one today, one tomorrow, or one day after as well. But repeat the process. Remember, peel the onion skin one by one, and it will go away. You need to have the faith, you need to have the belief, but you need to do the exercise as well. So work on this. If you find it that the score is 5 or above after this exercise, do it at least 2 more times. 2 more times. That means 3 full rounds, and see what the score is. I'm sure it must be 0. Now you have stayed till now and watched the video until now, so I'm gonna give you a bonus. Here's the bonus. Even after doing 3 rounds, you feel it's not working, or the score has not gone to 0, then I'm going to share 2 different techniques with you, which you can use within the same technique, but make it more effective for those fears which are so deep down inside us that it's not actually coming out after doing 3 rounds. So what they are? First one, when you imagine the whole scene, and then in the second stage you're sitting on the seat and watching it on the telly for the first time, and you watched it in black and white till the very end, and now it's your time to go into that movie. Stop there. Now I want you to remember or recall a very funny movie or very funny scene, or something very, very funny happened in your life. It's so funny that your face will have a big smile. You will grin ear to ear, or maybe laughing very loudly. Try to recall that. It may be hard, but try hard, okay? Because you want to get rid of this fear. You can't recall it today? Fine. Do it tomorrow and try to recall something. Or watch something very funny and then do it again. Okay? So recall and remember that funny thing. And now take that grin on your face and smile on your face into that last scene and go rewind. Okay? Number 2. Recall a song. Something that makes you happy, makes you feel positive. Recall that song and keep that song in your brain, and now enter into that last scene of the movie and rewind it very fast. But in the background, run that song, play that song, hear it, feel that happiness and the positivity. It's 2 seconds rewind, but you can still feel it, still hear it, still have that positivity in your mind. So do it. Rewind it very fast while having that song in your mind and playing it, hearing it, feeling it. Try these 2 additional steps if the fear is so ingrained in you and it's not going away after 3 rounds. And I'm sure it will help you to make it 0. I'm sure this will set you free from that fear. Once that fear is 0, gone completely, even after you are trying to rebuild some scenarios, thinking about some future happenings or incident where this may happen again, and it's not triggering anything in you, that means it's gone. So now it's time to pick up another fear and work on it. So this was simple, quick, yet amazing technique I have just shared with you. Use this for any fear you have. You can use it for anxieties, you can use it for any phobia or any bad experiences you had, or any traumatic experiences you had, and you want to get rid of those memories and feelings and attachments, then use the technique. Hope this technique removes that obstacle called fear from your life and allow you to set free yourself, go for your goal, go take the next step, go take that leap and achieve it. Make your dreams a reality. Thank you for watching it. Become part of this small, blissful family on YouTube by subscribing us. You can like our videos, share them with your friends and families, and leave your comments to tell us how did you find it. If you have tried these techniques and you got rid of the fears, then come back and leave your experience in the comments so you can inspire other people to follow these techniques as well. And they will get inspirations from you. Help others. Ask questions if you have any doubts or confusions. And remember, keep trying this technique until the whole onion has disappeared. Keep trying. Namaste.